Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. The kind folks over at Maono were so nice, they sent us one of their brand new microphones to check out. It's not out yet, it's actually available for pre-order, so if you like this video, maybe you can sign up and get one. Behind me I have the PD400X USB XLR podcast dynamic microphone. That is a lot to say, but I'm excited because look how beautiful it is on the outside. I can't wait to do a quick unboxing, get it set up, and let's test it out. Okay, let's go. Very clean looking. Nice presentation out of the box. We have our instructions, great. Very nice. Is this a base? Hold on, let's get the, we have our cables here. Very cool, okay. Oh, this is sturdy. It's a chunky boy right there. Here we go. Definitely feels good. Oh yeah, it's nice and heavy. The carriage looks really good. Oh, the logo's beautiful. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm excited to get this up. I want to see what the dial does, and once we get the app going, see how much we can control this. I think we'll probably try it both with the app and the Go XLR as well, just to see if I get different sounds out of it. Okay, let's go.
A few moments later.
Actually, more like 5 days because I needed to order this boom mic arm to be able to do this video properly. But hey, it's all good. Speaking of good, the good news is this is what the mic sounds like in the Go XLR. And I have to be honest, I love the sound of this mic. Now, I just want to take a moment to point out the aesthetics of the microphone. I personally think this microphone is gorgeous. This is a beautiful mic. I have a personal preference for podcast style microphones and videos. Maybe you're just going to use it for audio, but if you're going to film with it, I think it looks great. Now, we have to talk about the obvious here. So it looks great, but we don't have a pop filter. So if I do any plosives, purple pumpkin patch, we're obviously going to have some issues there. And if we have any wind sound, it really picks it up. But they did send us with a trusty wind foam. So let's put that on there and see what kind of difference we get. All right, so we have our wind foam on here. Let's check out the plosives to see if we have any difference. Purple pumpkin patch. Already the problem is fixed. So that's amazing. If I put some air in here, oh yeah, we're good to go. There's no problems whatsoever. And I did check out their website, and for 20 bucks, you can get yourself a pop filter on there. So you'll be good to go if you want to keep that slick microphone look. But for this video, we're just going to keep this on here. All right, now I'm going to go back into the Go XLR app, and I'm going to reset all the microphone settings so we can hear what the microphone sounds like directly out of the box. And I will slowly make some changes until we get it back to this sound. Okay, here we are in the Go XLR app, and we obviously have to make some huge adjustments because this sounds nothing like what we had before. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mic setup. We must boost the gain. I'm going to take this from 30 up to about 52, and you can obviously hear a huge increase. And everything that you can hear, the fan in the background, if I click the mouse, that's all very present. Touch the keyboard, yes, it's way too loud. So we got to take a noise gate. We're going to crank this up to about 40. I'm clicking. Can't hear any of it. Touching the keyboard, you're good to go. Okay. For my equalizer, personally, I like to go for the radio style. So I don't want any more bass in this. I'm going to drop the mid down to about -5. We get this nice change. There we go. And now I obviously need some more treble, and be prepared for S's because we haven't changed the de-esser yet. So I'm going to put this up. Here we go. Probably till about 7. Yeah, the snake. Look at those S's are horrible. So we're going to crank this up. The snake. It's much better. Just to avoid some distortion, we're going to put this up to about 80 here. And personally, this is the style that I like. Obviously, you would do whatever you want, but I feel like this Maono mic sounds really good with these settings. So that was pretty easy to make those adjustments. However, I've been using the Go XLR software for a while, so I kind of knew where I was going. So really, the next step is to take away the XLR cable and not use the mixer at all. We're going to use the USB that came with it. We're going to run that USB cable into the computer. We'll install their application, their software, and see what it's like to control the microphone that way and basically observe the differences in the sound. Okay, I'm excited to hear it. Let's do it. All right, so here we go. Now the microphone is plugged in via USB. Obviously, it sounds a little different, but of course, I'm excited to see what we can do in the application. And I will tell you, my headset is plugged directly into the back of the mic so I can monitor myself, and there is no delay whatsoever. As I talk, I hear it real time, so that's good. Okay, let's open up the app and see what we can do. Okay, here we are in the Maono mic application menu. We have two sides, the left and the right, left being standard, advanced being the right side. Let's do the standard first. Obviously, we can see we're talking here. We're actually peaking a little bit in the red, so I'd probably turn the mic gain down or just step back a little bit so that doesn't happen. Headphone volume, pretty self-explanatory. If you're too loud, you can turn it down. Now the monitor mix, I don't quite understand because for me, when I like push this to the left, I don't hear any difference. You might. I guess I'll find out in the video. When I go to the right, I just can't hear anything at all. So when I get right here, I can't hear anything. So I'll be very curious to see if I'm able to hear myself as I push it to the right, because I could not hear it there. All right, for tone, we have deep, natural, bright, and legacy. Deep, 1, 2, 3. Natural, 1, 2, 3. Natural, 1, 2, 3. Bright, 1, 2, 3. Bright, 1, 2, 3. Legacy, 1. Ooh, I like the legacy. 1, 2, 3, the legacy. Okay, now we have near, mid, and far. Obviously, as you click these, it shows you how far you should sit. It's basically just upping the gain, it feels like. And you can, yeah, 5 centimeters to 10, 11 to 30, 31 to 60. Ooh, far with the legacy. Doesn't sound, it is pretty hot though. I'm going to go with mid, and we'll keep it on legacy. That's just for me. Obviously, you could do whatever you want. Let's go over to the right side here. Now, I do feel like the gain just kicked up a little bit. So same thing though. We have our, we can monitor here. We have our headphone here. EQ, we have flats, high pass filter, presence boost, and high pass filter and presence boost. I'm going to go back to flat. Here's our gain. So we could really honestly just turn this down here. We can take it all the way down. You can bring it back up. I'm going to sit here probably at 70. If you want to, if you're someone that scream, you know, you're gaming, you're streaming, and whatever you do, if you scream in your mic a lot, maybe you want the limiter on so you're not going to blow out your viewers' eardrums. That might be a good thing. This is not something I need to worry about because I just don't scream in my mic. But you could have your compressor on here, so you could basically make your softs and louds closer together if that is a style that works for you. Now, the one thing I feel like I can't find it. I've been looking around. All we have left here is we check for a firmware update or a factory reset, which we don't need to do either of those. I'm not finding a noise gate here, so I feel like if I'm clicking around, you can hear my mouse, and if I go to type, we can hear that. So if I'm streaming in OBS, I would definitely add in a noise gate manually with just a widget or just an add in there. So we have that because obviously if I rustle around, you can hear that as I mess with my jacket a little bit. So this is the basics of the app as I understand it so far. If there's anything I missed, please let me know in the comments. But it's better. It's a lot more intuitive than some other applications that I've used for different mics. So I think Maono has done a good job here. The only thing I would want to add is definitely the noise gate. Okay, the last and final part of the microphone that we need to cover are the physical buttons that are on it. So I can change some of these settings just by the dials that are on here. On the top, there's a dial. If I change it here, rotate it, I change the gain. I push that same button down once. Now I'm changing the headphone volume. I push that button down one more time. And now I'm changing the monitor mix. Now again, I can't hear any monitor mix difference, at least in my headset, but maybe in the video we'll hear a difference here. If I click the button one more time, I go back to headphone volume. There's also a button directly on the back where I plug in the USB. If I click these, I can change the EQ settings. Now, the thing is, any setting change I make without a noise gate, it's super loud. Like I can hear that dial going. So for me, if I'm streaming and I need to make a change, if it's not something easy, I'm probably just going to open the app up and do all the changes via there. Now, if the noise gate's on, maybe you can't hear that. But even with that, I'm not really someone that's going to memorize that. I'm more of a visual person that wants to see the software, so I would come in. But maybe for some people, that would be what they want to do. So either way, I do think the app is great.
All right, here we are back on the XLR side of the mic going into the Go XLR. And obviously, it's a different sound. It's larger, it's more present. The tone is more rich, but we're going into a physical mixer, so we would obviously expect that. But the good news is, if you don't have that, I really felt like the USB side of this mic going into the computer with the control within the application was really good. So I feel like Maono has done a good job here, and the product is pretty cool. So I couldn't really be called Drumroll Tony if I didn't at least try drumming with this microphone on my snare pad. So let's do a little bit of that. All right, I've been talking this whole time. The more important question is, what did you think of the microphone? What do you think of the XLR side versus the USB side? What did you think of the software? Let me know in the comments below. Now, as I mentioned in the start of this video, this microphone is available for pre-order right now, so let's take a look at their webpage real quick. If you want to hook yourself up with the Maono PD400X dynamic podcast microphone, you can do that on pre-order right now for $169.99. You can find a link to this page in the video description below. I've had a lot of fun making this video and working with the product. I like it so much, I actually think I'm going to use it for my next couple of music reaction videos. So that's going to be a lot of fun. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch. Make sure to catch me on live so we can talk about microphones or just music in general. You can find the link to my Twitch channel in the video description below, as well as my Discord. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.